Hello, you guys. This is Miss Gail out here, Georgia Peachnut, trying to get some work in and wobbly camera. I had someone to ask me about who watched me trim my onions back the other day, and they said, "Do you trim your garlic back the same way?" And the answer is, unless they get scapes on them, no, you don't. When they start bending over, unless it's time for them to be harvested, no, you don't. These are my garlic. This is elephant garlic right here, and they're standing up really tall and nice. I don't have a reason to trim them back. You just leave them alone. These are soft, well, elephant garlic. I don't know if they're considered soft neck. I'm in the South, so we're supposed to use soft neck garlic. But no, unless there's something wrong with them, leave them alone. They'll be fine. What we're going to do here is quickly try to get some planting of onions. I hear rain. So if I stop you guys, it's because of the rain. Get some onions planted real quickly. And I've got myself boxed in. Move that down. Okay. You guys know me. Here's my auger, my trusty auger that I use as everybody's friend, whether you're male or female, because this has become a little bit compacted, and it's where the beaver came and uprooted my brassicas. I think it was Brussels sprouts in here, or broccoli. But anyway, what we're going to do is, add something to the soil. This is a grow bag. This is a 30-gallon grow bag. I'll set the phone back a little bit so you can see it's 30-gallon grow bag. It extends up to this height right here. I have the edges turned over. You can fold it over because the onions don't grow deep. They grow out. So you don't need all that space, and that helps to save you on soil as well. Now I am adding some Miracle-Gro in here. You can get any kind of potting soil you want. Just make sure it has some nutrition in it. I don't talk down potting soils. You got people who talk against, unless you make your own, I don't do that. Get what's comfortable for you, and if you're my age, that's gonna make your light work. I'm all about the light work as long as it's nothing that is harming me or harming you, and I've been using this for a long time. One thing about your potting soil when it's outside, which I do leave it outside, if it gets wet, it's gonna become, get knots and stuff, and it just break it up, break the clumps up. It has clumps in it, break it up. Now what I'm gonna do, because this needs to be stirred in with the old soil, take my trusty auger, and go in like this. And this is like a mixer, so I'm mixing it together. You want your soil loose when you're planting. Why? Because you don't want your roots to have a problem going in. Roots cannot go through hard clay or hard soil. So, see, it pulls up things like this, old roots. Some of those roots are okay, but you want to give your plant as much help as possible. So I have loosened it up, really, as far as it needs to be, because like I said, onions don't go that deep. I like to encourage everyone to please try to keep growing onions and potatoes and garlic and shallots in your garden, you won't ever go hungry. And it's easy to grow. So I'm gonna spread that out, and I have some amendments that I'm going to add in here. Blood meal for the green leaf. You want the green leaf. Each green leaf represent a ring on your onion. So if you want as many green leaves as possible so that you can have a big onion bud. So we're gonna do this like this. I'm gonna put about 3 to 4 handfuls in here. Of the blood meal. It doesn't matter who it's by. This is by Stay Green, but I don't know where you live, so your big box store or your store to go to may not sell that particular brand. All you need to know is blood meal. And this is the vegetable, tomato, herb, and the numbers on here, I think it's a 354, no, 436. You look for your NPK numbers. And 463, that means 4% nitrogen, 6% phosphorus, and 3% potassium. Put that in. I'm doing about 4 handfuls of that because this is a large container. And I'm trying to set it up just in case it starts raining. It won't get in there and make it clunky. So I'm setting it up. And I have one more that I'm adding right now. And that is bone meal. 217-0 means 2% nitrogen, 17% phosphorus, and 0% potassium. So we're going to put this in like this. So between the 3 of these onions is going to get what it needs. You need the phosphorus and the potassium if you're growing anything that has a bulb or anything that's a fruit. Like turnips has a bulb. It's not like a piece of collard green don't have bulbs. But the garlic and the onions have bulbs. So to help those bulbs to grow, you're going to need your potassium. Your phosphorus is the most important thing, but you can do potassium as well. So I'm going to just lightly stir this in so it'll be towards the top. I'm just using my hand. Some people use a little rake. I just use my hand. And as it rains and as you water these in, this is going to go down. So that's the thing about the grow bag. You will continuously have to feed it, because unlike the ground, it doesn't hold it in. It'll go through. And the colder it is, the less you have to feed your plant. The warmer it is, the more you have to feed it, because it takes it in. The intake is quicker when it's warmer. And, warm things speed things up. And when it's cold, cold things slow things down. So they don't eat as much and drink as much. Just a little tidbit for you guys to know why things are done like they're done. Okay, let me get to it because the sun is going down. These are the bunch of onions here. Now you've seen me do the onion bulbs, but these are what they call bunching onions. And so you can plant onions 2 different ways, at least these 2 different ways. I'm sure there are other ways, but these are the ways that they sell them to you. And what happened was somebody did some onion seeds, and when it got to the bulbing stage, they stopped it, pulled it up out the soil, bundle it up, and they sell it to you. And I did soak these. You do want to soak these because they were very dry when I got them, so I soaked them yesterday. And unfortunately, a lot of these bulbs have grown together. Got to pull the roots apart. Don't be afraid to pull them. They'll come apart because we don't know how long they've been sitting. So we're going to do it like that. I'm just going to, and try to get the biggest ones that you can see. You want to do the big ones first. So, like these are pretty big. So those are the ones we want to go after. And before it gets too dark, I'm going to just go on ahead and show you how to plant these. And trying to pull apart so many more so I can get to the bigger ones. Okie dokie. I think I have a good enough amount to get you guys started. Okay, here we go. Let's clean this off a little bit. It doesn't matter though. It really doesn't matter. So you're gonna just take the trying to find something to prop you up on so you can look like that, but you'll see. What you want to do is plant it basically as close to the root as possible. You're not trying to put all this in. You just want to plant it as close to the root part, which is right here. That's the root. So I'm gonna do it right here so you can see it better. I'm gonna stick it in so the roots will go down. You want the roots to go down, and then pinch around the bottom part. You're not trying to do all up in there, because see, these already have bulbs forming, unlike the other ones that we planted. So you want them about 4 inches apart. 4 inches apart. Look at your finger. I use this as a measuring stick. This is about 1 inch where the first line is, 2 inches where the second line is, 3 inches where the third line is, and about 4 inches where that first line in your hand is. 4 inches apart. Now, you can do a little bit less, but your bulbs will be not as big. If you're just getting started, I would just say don't worry too much about it. I just put my hand out like that, about 2 inches away from there, and come here and plant this in here like that. You want the roots to make sure they're pointed down. And you can always come back and make an adjustment as time goes on if you feel like you planted too low. But wait till they take root. Let them take root before you start messing with them. Okay, here's another one. I'm going to take it right here. Let's see, right here. I think y'all can see that. Moving some soil out the way. Now I know what 4 inches look like, so I'm not going to keep measuring. But you make enough, deep enough hole where those roots will go straight down. And you just pinch around the bottom of it, just enough for it to stand up. But like I said, you can always come back later on and make an adjustment. So, right about here, deep enough hole for all the roots to go down. Right at the top of that bulb, go ahead and pinch. And just make sure it's making soil. You got to make sure your plants make soil contact when you're planting. So I'll do a couple more on film. I go right here. And I wish I could tilt you guys to see, so you can see. That should be okay. Right about here. See how those roots are looking? Right there. Going down. Make sure that it's the roots are straight down and come around the bottom of that bulb. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a bulb. I'm sorry. Thought I was saying the wrong thing. Don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I do that sometimes though. Nothing like coming outside and getting your own garlic and onions and other vegetables out of the garden. Nothing beats that. So we'll go right here. Let's see where you see it. Let's see right here. See the roots? We want to make sure we have a deep enough hole for the roots. And this is real easy. Something you can start off with if you're a beginning gardener. So don't get confused by when you see people planting onions and they're planting the round bulb and some are planting these. It's all the same. It's all the same. So hold tight. If I lose you, I'll come back with a part 2. Y'all know I do part 2 now. Okay, real good.